Hey, and welcome to another Tea Break Coach. So there's a first time for everything, and today is the first time I'm going to try and use my beloved flip chart post-it combo. I do this all the time when I'm doing keynotes and conferences, but normally somebody else is recording me. So if I manage to juggle everything, not spill my tea and not stand in front of the flip chart and get it done in 4 minutes, I'm calling that a triumph. This is one of the postcards and concepts that people tell me sticks with them the most. It's called Sphere of Influence, and it's so simple, but I love that it can help you to start sifting out unhelpful thoughts and to use your time better. There's an activity on it in both journals, actually. Now, sometimes when we're busy, we look at what we can stop doing, but we don't always appreciate that thinking is a form of doing. It eats up energy and brain fuel and effort, just like physical actions. Now, because we can't multitask without a compromising quality or speed, when we're thinking about something that isn't worth our while, that we can't control, we're literally wasting an opportunity to focus on something that matters. So taking a pause to think about your thinking is a great tip for busy people. It takes moments, but can literally save you hours. So here's how you do an activity. So set a timer. When it goes off, do a quick brain dump. I like to put each thing I've been investing my precious time thinking about on a post-it. One post-it per thinking topic or idea. Now, don't sanitize them. Include everything. Ugly or embarrassing thoughts are welcome here, as it's what we do next with them that matters. Now, draw 3 circles on a piece of paper. And here's one I prepared earlier. I basically tried to draw this freehand and it just didn't work. So they went in the bin and I've drawn one. So label the circles. So in the middle, write can control. Now what you do is choose the post-its that have thoughts or ideas on them that you can do something about, kind of here and now. So here I've got planning some mentoring training for next week. Now, this is a simple, I can control action, but now it's written down, I'm wondering why it's still lurking in my head, why I've thought about it multiple times, but I still haven't got to it. Now, because I've noticed now that this is a repeated thought, and therefore I'm wasting precious time by thinking it over and thinking it over and thinking, yeah, I'll do that later, I'm going to do that now and stop putting it off. I've got another really practical one here, doing my mum's online shopping. Now, this is a quick one. I could do that first, and then that's a heckler I've got off my list, as I've thought I must remember to do mum's shopping more than 3 or 4 times today. So that repetition has meant I'm wasting energy. Now, label the second circle, can influence. Now, these are the things that you have on your mind or on your post-its that you can't control. You can't make them happen alone right now, but you can influence whether they happen and when to some extent. Now, the trick with these is to make sure you do the maths. Try to make sure that the amount of influence you have matches how important the thing is to you and how much time you spend on it. So, for example, here I have a train issues thing. I've got a complaint about a train last week. Now, I was fuming about the service, and I'm a person who feeds back to companies. I'm also a person that goes out of my way to send positive compliments as well. But the reality is, I can influence the train company's policies, but even with the best letter in the whole world, my influence is low, right? I don't know anyone working at this particular train company, so I can't raise it directly. I've got limited influence. I must be one of 1,000 complaints. But I've been fuming about it, and I'm a writer, so I've kind of got in my head this beautiful letter of complaint that I've been drafting in my head. But now I'm thinking about it, the time I've spent on that is not commensurate with my influence. So I'm going to put it there, but I'm going to remind myself to do the maths. Now, it's quite hard to accept that you've been wasting time, but doing the maths means that it doesn't add up. So I'm going to spend 3 minutes max on that, get it out of my head. It's not worth my time. It is worth my time, but it's not worth as much time as I'd spent on it. Now, let's take another example of something from this kind of outer circle that we can't control or influence. So I've got a situation where two clients want something on the same day and the day can't really move, but I've been doing so much thinking about it and trying to influence them to move the day or the venues. I've thought left field, if they move the venues, could I fly from one to the other? But what I've got to learn to live with is there simply isn't an option to do both. So I'm going to have to say no to one of them and recommend someone else for that gig. Now, I hate letting people down. I hate saying no to things I want to do. But I'm going to have to learn to live with that, as any more energy expended there will be wasted. Now, hopefully you can see how this sphere of influence works. It means you invest your precious thinking time well. And try to remember, we can get burnt out and tired with overthinking just as we can with overdoing things. And whilst great coaches can help you to notice unhelpful thinking patterns, it's really useful to have a tactic like this so that you can actually do it for yourself. So I hope you like the sphere of influence. It's one of my favourites. Have a look at the activity in the journal. You'll see there's lots of them, so you can practice it over again. Take care. Bye.